Real men, make some noise. Well, that surprised me. I usually get a Real women, show your love. All right, Sugarfoot, I see you, baby. One quick Shaniqua in the back, I see y'all too. All right, how y'all doing? My name is Mike, and you know, if y'all expecting any, artistic, creative introduction from me, you're gonna be disappointed because all I'm gonna say is, I'm just a guy who likes to write stuff. So, but of course, I am here for my heroes, the mothers. So, I'm gonna be doing something for y'all.
All right, sweetie.
And of course, I do have two special guests here. One of them being my sister, who has, this is her first time ever seeing me perform. And the second one is, of course, the person who gave me life, the person who had been by my side all 26 years of my life, my mother, Cheryl May. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get into this thing right here. First one I'm going to do, Sister Imani Raymond in the house, you're going to be proud of me that I've done this one. Because this, I finally created my own version of Why Do I Spit? And I think it is I think it is traditional for every poet to have something like that. So, especially if you are a true lover of spoken word. So, yeah, that's the juice. So I hope y'all enjoy this one. I hope y'all like it. I hope you love it. And with that being said, it goes a little something like this. Yeah. Why do I spit? Yeah. I spit because I'm happy. I spit because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and the sparrow is always watching. And since I know who my gift comes from, I know he is always watching me. But why do I really spit? I spit for truth. Not the liar's truth, not the biased truth, but the highest truth. The kind of truth that a lot of people think it, only a few people appreciate it, and even less have the courage to say it. Like these kids. 13 trying to move up to 30. These boys who done went from trying to get good grades and helping out grocery bags to wanting to be rappers with money, sex, drugs, swag.
What you say?
And how when it comes to graduating high school and getting a career and a degree, these little girls from ages 18 to 23 ain't thinking about none of the above, because the only thing that they want to achieve is being that main character off the Bad Girls Club. Where on earth are their parents? Honesty is something that we as a people should be more willing to accept, for it is sad that we will always welcome sugar-coated lies and opinions, but will always flee and revolt against the very utterance of honesty. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
But then when we do welcome the half-truths and the lies and everything begins to go downhill, we got the nerve to stand there and get mad and ask, why? But as long as there's still breath in my body, I will continue to spit the whole truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth as if my right hand was stuck on the Bible. So why do I spit? I spit for change. I spit for truth. in love and relationships. Like how some men will do whatever they can to get a woman to sleep with them, but never want to think about being their grown. And how some women always want to talk about getting swept off of their feet, but they never want to admit who they want holding their grown. So why do I spit? I spit for truth. In reality, like how a woman named Casey Anthony can murder her own child, but everybody tries to justify her reason for doing it. But a man named Troy Davis has to die over a crime that everybody knows he didn't commit. I spit for truth, yet people still want to ask why. Talking about, man, you can't be that honest. You know it ain't going to fly. Better learn how to sugarcoat. Better learn how to lie. But it is time for you to wake up and wipe the sand from your eyes and wake up to reality and release yourself from this ball and chain that we call the world so that you can be more wide open to the wonders of life. So knowing that, I will continue to spit this truth and go harder than the New York Yankees World Series, Sweet Chin Music, Shawn Michael Jordan, Game 6, Cam Newton, #1 draft pick, because I'm only getting older and somebody should have told you I'm on one, and I've been on one before Khaled even came up with the song. Word is Barnes, like Barry, I will go for the home run, and like LL Cool J, will have you headsprung. Kanye shrug. So when will you stand for the truth? When will you no longer be afraid to be different and speak out? For in this world of black days and little white lies, it is time for us to be in the red area, because the gray area just isn't enough anymore. They say the truth cuts like a double-edged sword, but it is a weapon that not too many people want to get hit by. So they believe that if they continue to duck and dodge, then people like me will continue to tire out and eventually no longer stop speaking it, but I won't. Because in the sad and dark age that we call society, it is time for everything to be exposed and for you to be more aware. So until the day I start seeing more people appreciating the good instead of praising the bad, our brothers and sisters no longer taking the lives of other brothers and sisters, our children paying attention to the teachers, clean-spirited men and women becoming the preachers, preachers filling up the pews and the bleachers instead of the rappers, more men wanting a real job instead of wanting to become a trapper. More women wanting a real man instead of wanting a baller to make them the next basketball wives. More men and women becoming a part of their children's lives.
Yeah.
More parents practicing old school discipline to show their children who really runs the house. More husbands and wives having successful and faithful marriages instead of deceiving their spouse. More sisters wanting a good man instead of wanting a boy with foolishness. More brothers no longer calling women B's, H's, and S's, but calling them queens, sisters, ma'am, and miss. More of my people restoring the pride of our race instead of living in shame. And more of my Christians attending church and no longer leaving the same way they came. I will continue to swing that sword until the people are cut and bleed the blood of change, so that you may be healed with power, progression, and prosperity. I spit the truth. So help me God.